Dave, it's a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, this coming weekend is the Hollywood's biggest night. It's the Oscars, and we're going to have our guy. We've now got several movie critics that have written books for us, but he's the first.
He's OG.
He is. He's our OG.
And I believe, I don't know if this is nationally recognized, but Eric, I think Eric is the best prognosticator in the country.
I think he's the best. I think he's recognized world over as the best
Oscar prognosticator.
So we'll find out from him in just a moment who's going to win the Oscars this year, because it's time for Minutia Men Celebrity Interview.
The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie show on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is the Minutia Men Celebrity Interview with Rick and Dave.
Coming off of your perfect prognostication last year, Eric, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So in the last couple of years we've had you on. This is, how many years in a row has it been
4 or
now?
5, I think, or 3, 4, something like that.
I believe this is my 4th time.
Okay.
My 4th time doing this. My 6th time. This is going to be my 6th time on your show, but my 4th time doing my Oscar picks.
Okay.
So you're like kind of Steve Martin hosting Saturday Night Live, right? Or
and I still have not gotten my jacket.
Yeah. We don't give them out until 10, until the 10th time.
So you are never getting to number 10, buddy.
A couple of
money does not grow on trees.
We stop asking people at the 9th, on the 9th time. So what we do, we pick the top 5 categories, the 2 actor categories, the 2 actress categories, and the best picture. And, everyone's got these pools going on, and people want to know who to pick, and Eric's going to help you make some money. Yeah. And so why don't we just launch into it, Dave?
All right. Category.
Yeah, let's go.
Actress in a supporting role. The nominees are Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan, Chicagoan, for Weapons, and Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners.
Who's going to win?
Well, you've forgotten Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another.
Oh, yeah, right.
And
she's going to win.
And she's going to win. Well, it's not a slam dunk, but I think she'd be my pick. And it could be her or Amy Madigan. Amy Madigan is like your great comeback story. She hasn't worked very much in the last, 20 years. We haven't seen much of her in anything. Maybe some small parts, but she's just a stage actress. She's from Chicago. She was bigger in the 80s. She's married to Ed Harris.
Mm-hmm. She was in Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
She was in Field of Dreams. She was in a Stephen King movie. And if you saw Weapons, she's really the best thing in it. I mean, she plays this crazy character that shows up and halfway through the film basically just takes over the whole thing. And it's just a great performance. And if I was a voter, she'd be my choice. And for a while, it looked like I think she could win. But I think it's really sort of tempered for the enthusiasm for her. I mean, she still could slide in there. I mean, we haven't had the PGAs and the Actor Awards are this weekend, so I think we're going to get a better, clear idea who the real front runner is. But I think it's Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another. She's sort of she's got it going on right now. She's sort of like, I don't want to call her like the it girl, but she's got a lot of projects going on. And she was really good in the film. I think, she won the Golden Globe. The Golden Globes really aren't a precursor anymore, but they're not nothing. And I think she is your favorite. If I had to rank them, I would say Tiana Taylor would be probably your best choice, then Amy Madigan, followed by Wunmi Mosaku, who just won the BAFTA. So there's an outside shot for her. But and then the 2 actresses from Sentimental Value, which I really don't think have a chance, and they'll probably cancel each other out. But but I'm going to tell people to put their money on Tiana Taylor, and she'll probably have a really good raunchy speech, and she'll
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You haven't seen that movie, David, but I just watched it last night. It's awesome. It's awesome. I
yeah,
enjoy
it is, and she's really good in it too. She's in like the first half an hour, then she kind of disappears, but she's really, really good in it. She makes a really strong impression.
She does. All right. How about actor in a supporting role? These are the men. The nominees are Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi from Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo in Sinners, Sean Penn in One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a great category, and all these actors in there were just great. Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn, I think, are going to end up canceling each other out. I don't think Sean Penn really has much of a shot anyway. He's won twice. He hates he doesn't really like to come to these things very much. Doesn't really campaign. And he was great in the movie, believe me, but I don't think he's going to win. It would be a surprise to me. He did just win the BAFTA though, but I don't think he's going to win the Oscar. Jacob Elordi, he is in a lot of stuff right now. He was really good in Frankenstein. He's in Wuthering Heights right now, which is getting shit canned all over the place by the critics.
It's a shock. It's such a great book. I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, I never read it.
That was the most male thing you've ever
seen the movie.
You misogynist.
Sorry.
I'm not a Wuthering Heights guy. But Jacob Elordi, he'll probably win for something else down the road. He's such a good actor, and plus he's so goddamn tall. I think it's going to be Stellan Skarsgård. I would just want to say Delroy Lindo. He's the one I'd be pulling for, but if I was a voter, he'd be my pick because I just loved him in Sinners. He's been around a really long time. The industry loves him. He's been in so many great roles, and he's really, really good in Sinners. But unfortunately, I just don't think he's going to win, even though he'd be my choice. I think it's going to be Stellan Skarsgård, who basically for the same reason for Delroy Lindo is just he's been around for a long time. This is a showcase role for him and a supporting. The industry really likes him. I think I don't want to call it a career award, but it's just like his time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Academy likes to do that, especially in the supporting characters, especially in the supporting actor categories. They do that a lot. And so I think Stellan Skarsgård is going to be your leading choice. And if I were to tell your listeners to put money down, I would say put it down on Stellan Skarsgård. Okay. And he deserves it. He was really good.
So these two first categories very competitive.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's really only one pure slam dunk, and then I feel 100% about another category, and then Best Picture, which we're going to get to. I'm feel pretty confident about that, but not as confident as I used to be. So let's continue on. We'll get to them.
Actress.
Go ahead.
Actress in a leading role. The nominees are Jessie Buckley, Hamnet; Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You; Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue; Renate Rinsev, Renate. Well, Renate, which is her cousin, and she was in Sentimental Value. Emma Stone, I know her, in Begonia, and Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another.
Oh, she's in the lead. She's got her in the lead role.
Okay, this is your fault.
I might have cut and pasted this incorrectly.
Tiana Taylor. Let's scratch that.
All
so
right.
that's where it's on the list here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one where you can pretty much put down Jessie Buckley and just go on. I mean, she's going to win. The other 5 categories, Kate Hudson got in for Song Sung Blue, which I was really happy about. I don't know if she's one of the 5 best actresses of the 5 best performances of this year, but she was so. Did you guys see Song Sung Blue?
No.
Neil Diamond. No. It's really, really fun, and she is great in it. And and so I was really pleased that she got in. She doesn't have a prayer; she won't win, but that nomination made me smile. And then the other Emma Stone, you never can count on Emma Stone, but she's not going to win her third Oscar so quickly. I mean, she won just a couple of years ago.
By the way, did you see that movie, Begonia?
Oh yeah, I saw Begonia. I saw it when it came out, and I liked it. I mean, I didn't love it.
I will tell you this. I watched it with my wife, and she absolutely hated it.
Really?
Like, hated it. Like, the movie ended, and she's like, I need 2 hours of my life back. Yeah. And so I said, honey, I have to watch these because I'm talking to Eric Litt, and he's seen all these movies. And she's mad at you indirectly. Yeah. She's mad at you.
Great, wonderful.
And interestingly, Emma Stone.
I'll send her flowers.
Emma Stone said, "How's Bridget doing?" Right?
Yeah, I know. Well, Emma Stone was good. She was good, but the movie's. All right. Anyway,
the movie's kind of, Yorgos is kind of tough to take. It's like his movies are kind of weird, and it's like. And you either love them or they hate them. It's like, and I don't really love his movies that much. It's like, people love The Lobster, and I sat through that movie again recently just because I hadn't seen it so long, and people just keep harping about it. And I really could not get into The Lobster. And then and then The Favorite, I really didn't care for. Poor Things is really the only movie he's done that I kind of liked, and even that one was really weird. Begonia, I didn't mind watching it. I kind of got into it after a while, but I figured it out halfway through, and then it's sort of kind of like the way it ended was sort of weird. Yeah.
Don't say what happened.
It was just but I love Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone to death. She just lights up the screen. But I wish she'd kind of get away from Yorgos for a while because 4 movies in a row with him and.
Yeah.
Move on, sweetheart. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Then Renate Renazve, I know her first name is pronounced Renate. I still can't pronounce her last name. I don't think she's going to win, but she's going to look great. Rose Byrne is probably in one of the most depressing films I've sat through all year round, called If I Had Legs, I Could Kick You. It's a good movie, but but sitting through it is just like, oh my God! If you want to watch a tortured mom who's got a kid with a disability, whose apartment is just completely collapsed, and her husband's away, and she's got to deal with all this stuff on her own, and she goes through and she makes bad decision after bad decision, and she gets herself into more and more trouble. If you like sitting through that and she becomes suicidal, have a great time. She's brilliant in the film, and I love Rose Byrne, and she's in another movie that's going to be similar to this called The Tow, which comes out later this month, where she gets her car towed, and she's got to try and she spends the whole movie trying to get her car back, and she lives on the street, and she's trying to get her daughter. It's like, I wish she'd do more comedies and get away from this stuff, because I love watching her, but I don't want to sit through this stuff.
But what's funny is both of those movies have funny titles.
Yes.
Like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. You think, oh, it's going to be wacky.
Right.
The Toad, anyone who's been towed before, there's so much fun you could have with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both movies are sort of like, The Tow is like a black comedy, and where If I Had Legs, Kick You is billed as a comedy, but it's not funny.
Oh,
but she's great in it. And I would absolutely be behind her winning, but it's going to be Jessie Buckley, and she's the reason to sit through Hamnet. Hamnet is a really good film, and I enjoyed it, but it's another film where you've got a character who's going through a whole lot of stuff. You've got child death, and you've got and all this crap that happens to her, and it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen to her next? But she is so good at it, and the last 20 minutes of Hamnet are just absolutely terrific, and she's winning everything. She's going to win. Put your money on Jessie Buckley, and that one I feel 100% confident on. If she doesn't win, it'll be an upset.
Okay.
You know, I loved the original "If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You" with Jerry Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
That was fantastic. Tom DeLuise. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Nipsey Russell was in that.
Nipsey Russell.
Well, it would be a more entertaining film, I think.
All right, let's do actor in a leading role, because this is kind of a star-studded category here. We've got
some dreamy guys here.
Timothy Chalamet from Marty Supreme with a cheesy little mustache. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan, the ladies all love Michael B. Jordan.
I'm not gay, but these guys are all right in my book.
And Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. So talk to us about that category.
Okay. Ethan Hawke would be your... If this was any other year, I think Ethan Hawke would have a much better shot. He's really good in a movie I really couldn't handle. Blue Moon is a movie that's basically watching a play. It's him in a bar. He plays Lorenz Hart, who was part of the Rodgers and Harmon. The guy who wrote Blue Moon.
Okay,
you know that guy. Yeah. And so anyway, he plays as a real short guy. And he's in a band with a bad rug and some prosthetics, and he's in a bar, and he's basically, and it's the night, it takes place in the 40s, and it's the night that Oklahoma opened on Broadway, and he's all jealous, and he's basically in a bar the whole time monologuing, accompanied by a piano, and then a few other characters come in. That's the movie. It's 110 films, 110 minutes of that. Not exactly anything I found particularly all that interesting. I had a really difficult time staying awake through the film.
Always a good sign.
I really didn't care for the stories he was telling. I didn't particularly care for the topic of the film, but I try and see everything, so I sat through it and I didn't like it. He is really good though. And this is an actor's role, it's like I said, it's like watching a play, and it's very well acted and it's very well constructed, and he's very good in it, and people love Ethan Hawke, but it's not going to win. Who's the other guy? Michael B. Jordan. I thought he was terrific. I love Sinners. He's playing two characters, basically, himself. He's really, really good. Its problem is he's saddled this year against some other really great acting roles, and this is a stacked category. Leonardo DiCaprio was fantastic in his movie. I don't think he's going to win again. He won for The Revenant about 10 years ago. He really should have 2 other Oscars for other movies. He could have like 4 Oscars already. Leonardo's just great in everything he ever does. Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. He's probably the runner-up to Timothy Chalamet, who I feel pretty confident is going to win. Marty Supreme is nominated for, I think, 7 Oscars, maybe 8, but this is the only one that's going to win. And I think Chalamet is your hot actor right now. He's sort of like I think Chalamet is 30? He's almost 30, and he's like what Leo was back then.
Yeah, like in the Titanic he's like days.
He's like the new Leo.
Yeah. And
Leo is now, Leo's one of probably our 2 or 3 greatest actors working today, and Chalamet is getting to that. And I think he's going to win. He's campaigning like crazy for it. He's appearing all over the place. He's showing up to all the award shows. He's been winning a bunch. I think Timothy Chalamet is going to win. I feel pretty confident about it. And he's probably going to have a great, funny speech, and
now he's
he'll be dressed good, and I think he's going to win. He'd probably be my choice too if I was a voter. I'd probably give it to him this year, even though I really like Michael B. Jordan's acting. But But your winners, I think, is going to be Chalamet, and I feel pretty confident about that. Probably about 80% confidence with that one. I feel 100% confident for Jessie Buckley, but this one probably about 80%.
Okay, so if you're following along at home, we've got Tiana Taylor winning as the best supporting actress. We have Stellan Skarsgård as the best supporting actor. We've got Jessie Buckley as the actress in a leading role. And we have Timothée Chalamet as the actor in a leading role. And now it's time for Best Picture. And the nominees are. I'll give you the first 5.
Yeah, this is
because there's 10. That's a new thing. A couple of years ago, they added 5.
You know, they're like participation trophies, right?
Yeah.
Everybody gets nominated. It's like these book awards. It's like these book awards where everybody's a semifinalist. You know,
that's true.
I'm not happy with this at all.
Well, here are the first 5 nominees. Begonia. Again, a review from Bridget Kemper. I absolutely hated it. F1. That's the Brad Pitt Formula One racing movie. Frankenstein, Hamnet, and Marty Supreme. There's 5. Dave?
One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, which, by the way, I didn't like, and Train Dreams.
Okay. So, Mr. Critic, who's going to win Best Picture?
All right. Well, I am going to go from no chance all the way up to this is who my pick is.
Okay.
No chance whatsoever is F1. Yeah. But I want to just preface to say that I am thrilled that F1 made the category because I love it when blockbuster popcorn movies make it into the top 10, make it into the Best Picture category, because I don't think there's enough of that.
Yeah, I agree.
And F1 was a blast. So it's not one of the 10 best films of the year for sure, but it was a lot of fun, and I was pleased that it made it in there. F1 doesn't have a prayer. That's that. Then you've got Begonia, also not going to win. Train Dreams, which I loved. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. I don't think it's going to win anything all night long.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a great movie, though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but it's not going to win anything. The Secret Agent is not going to win either. It's got a better shot at international feature film, and I may not even win that. But it's a good movie. It's good if you like for foreign films. It's a good film. Marty Supreme would be 6. I don't think that's going to win either. 5 is Frankenstein. Frankenstein's going to win some stuff over the night, but it's going to be all the science awards. It's going to might win costume. I think it's going to win makeup. Might win maybe production design, but that might be it. But it's not going to win the big prize. It's good, though. I mean, if you like that material, I enjoyed it very much, and I love Guillermo del Toro, so I thought Frankenstein was a good movie. Opposed to Dracula, which came out a couple months ago, which I did not like, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and it's not one of the top 10.
It's not one of the top 10. Yeah. And we also had The Wolfman last year as well. So, I mean, since we're going through all the classic horror ones, the only one really worth talking about is Frankenstein. Anyway, okay. Next up would be Sentimental Value, which I think has the best shot at winning international feature film, and I think it will. That would be my pick for that. Then we go to Hamnet for 3. I think Hamnet has a shot, but a very slim shot. But it's really between Sinners and One Battle After Another. And I'm going to say Sinners is my runner-up at number 2, and the winner is going to be One Battle After Another. And I think it was more secure for One Battle a little bit ago, but I think Sinners has been gaining just a little bit of momentum lately. And just keep in mind that the film just got 16 Oscar nominations, which is the most of any film of all time, and which is unprecedented. So there's a lot of love for that movie. But I just don't see it winning. I think Sinners is going to have a good night. I think it's going to win Best Casting. I think it's going to win and a couple others. And it's going to win Best Casting. I think it'll win Adapted Original Screenplay, and it might win something else, but I don't believe it's going to win Best Picture. I think it's going to be one battle after another. I just think it's Paul Thomas Anderson's time, and he's going to have a really big night. I think he's going to win Best Picture. I think he's going to win Best Director, and I think he's going to win Best Screenplay. Adapted Screenplay. I just think, he's just having his Oppenheimer time, like Christopher Nolan did a couple of years ago. People love Paul Thomas Anderson. He's an auteur. He's incredibly respected. People love him. Critics love him. And I just think it's and he doesn't have an Oscar yet. So I just think it's his time. In my opinion, this is his best film. I haven't really always liked his movies. You got to tell you, every year we got to have an appearance for my dog.
Yes, the dog's back.
Yeah, actually, I'm sitting out on my patio because it's so nice outside. But my dog is out here with me. I just think it's his time, and it's, with the exception of There Will Be Blood, I think this is his best film. Or Boogie Nights too. It actually is my favorite of his, but this is his best film, and I think he's going to get honored for it, and it's going to be a big night for the movie. I think it's going to win probably at least 3, maybe 4 Oscars.
Okay.
So I'm going with One Battle After Another, not with a lot of confidence, but with some confidence. I'm probably about 65-70% confident with this one. If Sinners were to win, I'd be just as happy because I love Sinners too, but I think it's going to be one battle after another.
Well, you wouldn't be just as happy because you would have just lost a lot of people money.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know any of those people. Yeah, but I don't know who any of those people are.
All right. That's the spirit.
And I want to make one other prediction for the night before we get off, because we lost a lot of big stars, like legends, this past year.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to make a prediction, 2 predictions actually. One is that the Oscars who traditionally muck it up are going to continue to muck it up as well. Their in memoriam segment's is going to be completely botched like they always do. But I believe the last one they show will be Robert Duvall, and they will give a special mention to Robert Redford. And I think they'll have Jane Fonda come out and do a special. Who's been his most frequent co-star, will do a special tribute to him, like what Morgan Freeman did for Gene Hackman last year. That's what I think will happen. I don't know. I'm not going to say it will be Jane Fonda, but I think that would be the most appropriate. But because I think they've done 5 movies together. And so I think that would be the most appropriate thing to do. I think they should end with Robert Duvall, or they could end with Rob Reiner. You also lost Diane Keaton and Catherine O'Hara, a lot of big stars we lost this past year. But I think appropriately, if they don't muck it up, they'll end with Robert Duvall, and then they'll have a special mention to Robert Redford, and they'll have one of his frequent co-stars come out and do it. That's what they should do. Will they do it? Probably not, because they suck at it.
Whoa. Take it easy there. No, you take it easy.
They can't get it right. Yeah. So
don't ask Eric about the memoriam next year.
In memoriam. All right, Eric, thank you for being on the show, and we'll be following.
Yeah. You've got a 99.65%.
Yep, but you've got a lot to live up to.
Yeah. So don't.
Okay, let's hope so.
We'll see you at that book signing thing tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll get a nice turnout. And we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Have a good one.
Thanks again, buddy.
Have a nice weekend.
You do the same. Take it easy, guys.
Right,
bye-bye.
There he is, Eric. He's so passionate about this stuff.
The only movie I've seen is Sinners.
Yeah, and you hated it.
I hated it. It's ridiculous.
You hate all movies.
No.
Let's be honest.
Love Fargo.
Okay. That was 1996.
I love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. All right.
Midnight Express.
Okay, well, that's one.
Paper Chase.
So nothing since the turn of the century, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, you had a good run there. All right, we have people to thank. We need to thank Eric, of course, for coming on. We need to thank our executive producer, Tony Lasano, with Opie Shows. Thank you, Tony. Tony, I hope you noticed that the buzz is gone.
Yes, we got new headphones.
I bought new headphones.
Yeah.
That's how
on us, buddy.
I fixed it all by myself. I figured out what it was. What else? We need to thank Ed Silla,
the Podfather.
The Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Great Talk Radio isn't dead. It just moved to a better place. It's just radiomisfits.com. And we'll be back again next week with a brand new episode of
Minutia Man Celebrity Interview.
The proceeding was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at radiomisfits.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?
All right, Adam, what country are you from?
I am from England.
What is the best soccer league in the entire world?
The English Premier League.
What is your day job?
Director of Coaching for Illinois Youth Soccer.
So if you were, say, a fan of English Premier League and you wanted to hear the opinions of someone who is from England, who knows a lot of soccer, what podcast would you tell people they need to listen to?
Free Kicks with Adam and Rick.
And that's on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network.
Free Kicks, a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie show on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Great talk radio isn't dead. It just moved to a better place. RadioMisfits.com.